Welcome to Durham County Memorial Stadium here in Durham, North Carolina, where we have an exciting matchup between the 4-0 Carolina Flyers and the 3-3 Austin Soul. I am Mike Ball. Joining me here today is Josh Verdure. And Josh, we have an exciting matchup here ahead of us today.
We just a bit too far. We get our first chance at a break.
See the Flyers D-line offense, and Coffin sees Henry Fisher going deep. Fisher's got steps and is able to elevate, comes down with the disc. Simple continuation there to Grayson Sander, and floaty throw there from the Soul, but able to come down with it is Radak. Radak boosting it up the line. It pops up, and it is absolutely swallowed up on defense there by the disc on the goal line for the Flyers. You see the double team settle in, and Fisher able to just step out. High standards for himself, but pretty quick offense moving from the Soul here. Already almost midfield is Hankey, and Hankey unleashes one. He's got his target going deep. The throw is hanging. Fisher's able to run it down. What an incredible grab. Is he going to be ruled in? He is! What an amazing grab, elevating through contact and finding the footwork to toe the back of the end zone. That is absolutely tremendous. Already across midfield trying to get their first break of the game.
Didn't feel like a necessary throw from Elijah Long. Just kind of turfed it, and the throw goes up to the end zone.
Oh! An absolute poster there from the Soul. That's number 54, Mason. Trevor Lynch is the one with the disc. I believe it was ruled to be on the catch. As we see just a burner of a cut from Grayson Sander, leaves his feet full extension and comes down with it. And Grayson Sander just can't stop scoring right now, Josh. He catches his third goal of the game, the Flyers' third goal of the game. And just like that, but Swiatek been silent so far. We'll see if he finds a way to get involved here as Kyle Hankey comes to get the under, and he uncorks one deep to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald's tracking it, as is Weaver. Weaver goes up for it, but he's unable to come down with it as Fitzgerald with the spike and stare down lets him know it. Hankey with another assist, and Fitzgerald comes down with his first goal of the game.
And the Soul with a lot of
See Laviolette with the nice inside flick to Wilcox, and Wilcox pops one up a little bit for Mitchell, but Mitchell elevating with no problem, making it look like that's exactly where they've got a lot of good players that should be able to step up into that role, and we expected better from them than this. As we see Coffin just baiting that around throw and exploding on the under before laying out to get that block. Finds Youngst. Youngst continuing it to Fairfax. Fairfax has Bloodworth. As we see a bid there from his defender, but the bid comes up empty-handed as Bloodworth is able to get the hold. See, the Soul just struggling to connect multiple cuts in a row at this point. As we see the hut go up to Swiatek. Swiatek sealing off Fisher beautifully there. Radak with the disc. Now Radak with 4 turnovers in that first quarter alone. He's got to clean it up if the Soul offense is going to get going. As you see Hankey, miscommunication on a switch from the Flyers. Hankey has his brother wide open. Oh my goodness! Full extension grab there. And that's Reese Bowman with the grab. And the Scuba continuation to Swiatek. That is one of the greatest catches that I have ever seen, Josh, fading over his back shoulder. But just historically struggled against this Flyers group. Struggling once again in this game. So you see Swiatek with the disc up the field to Moore. Moore boosting it out. And that is going to be put on a platter. A little bit of contact there on the contest from Swanson, but that is going to be a goal for the Soul. I think that's number 4. Their matchups here. Comfortable letting Bloodworth hold the disc. He puts it to the sideline to Laviolette. And Laviolette boosts one up to Fairfax. There's double coverage there, but Fairfax able to separate. He elevates, strike the Jordan pose as his legs split and his hand grabs space for himself here.
Now they're looking for the full width of the field. Hankey there.
He comes back for an under. Uncorks one to the back of the end zone to Swiatek. Swiatek all alone. As these changes in possession at the end of, or at the start of new quarters can prove pivotal, almost serving as like mini breaks in the flow of the game. As we see Laviolette throwing it up the same lane to Fairfax. About 20 seconds left now for Austin. patiently working it off the sideline, but they got to get vertical at some point. We see Swiatek decide that point is now. He airs it out to Potts. Potts is battling. The disc pops up. Potts tries to toe the line. Unable to do so. Matt Tucker with the block.
Return.
And now to Potts. Potts with the disc. Looks off Hanky. Throws just a contorting inside to Swiatek. Swiatek airing it out to Fitzgerald, and Fitzgerald in his own area code in that back left corner of the end zone. We saw middle of the end zone. You see Hanky with a huge 25-yard gainer, and he rips a flick to Swiatek. It's fading out there to the left. Swiatek is going to have to elevate, and he is able to come down with it through the contact, asking his defender, take me to. Belis with a lot of touches here. Belis does a lot of good work for the UNC Wilmington Seamen at the college level, getting a taste of the pro game here as we see Belis uncork a hammer across the end zone into the wide open waiting arms of William Coffin. What a point for Christian Belis as you see the Flyers come out with a split stack pull play here off the stoppage, and good defense from the Soul to gum that up. And as we see Jacob Fairfax letting one rip to Terrence Mitchell. My bad, Josh. I blinked, and I missed Mitchell breaking free, and the desired outcome was, but it certainly wasn't that. See Radak with the disc. He's got a target streaking deep. Wide open. Is the throw going to hang enough for him to reel in? As we see Potts tracking it down. Looks like Potts wanted a strip on the play maybe, but that is just a tremendous block from Christian Belis, not giving up on it. Continuing it to the break side to Faye. Faye going to boost one out to Moore. It's a little bit awkward for Moore as he's looking over his trailing shoulder to try and find it.
Oh!
And just too casual with it there, and what a block that was. Suraj Maharaju with the disc now, about 15 yards out. Uses the hammer to Lynch, who finds McSherry. McSherry now has the blade to the back corner of the end zone and puts it right in the chest of Matt Tucker. Bloodworth doing a good job moving the disc quickly off of that sideline as Wilcox. Wilcox airs one out to Laviolette, who's got about 10 yards of space on his matchup. And Dradowski's not going to be able to reel that in as Laviolette just runs past him. And doing well against a front-loaded schedule like this does give the Flyers the freedom to be a little more development focused in some of their later games as they can make sure they're hitting top gear for the entire roster. As we see Jacob Fairfax showing off the hops a little bit there to clean up the buzzer beater, not content to just let up another goal there as he elevates to come down with the block, and that's gonna send us to our final whistle here as that failed buzzer beater attempt does wrap things up here with the Flyers winning 26-19 over Austin. We'll take a look at the final stats of the game here in a minute.